The first annual Christmas bird count was conducted on the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge in December 1970. The refuge includes virtually all of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's spaceport at the John F. Kennedy Space Center, Florida. Members of the National Audubon Society, who were to conduct the bird count, assembled before dawn at the Refuge headquarters building. The executive director of the Florida Audubon Society, C. Russell Mason, was in charge of the count. He appointed 5 teams to cover the central area of the 100,000-acre refuge. Operating under National Audubon rules, the counting area was limited to a 7.5-mile radius from a given point. Alan Cruickshank, the internationally known ornithologist from Cocoa, Florida, was one of the team leaders. Besides taking part in several bird counts each year, Mr. Cruickshank is in charge of compiling the national Christmas bird count data for the Audubon Field Notes magazine. As the sun rose over the Atlantic Ocean, the counting teams set out for their assigned areas on the refuge. The terrain to be covered included high, dry land in the center of the island, freshwater lowlands on the western side of the refuge, which is bordered by the Indian River, and saltwater marshes and beach areas along the Atlantic Ocean. The teams were unfamiliar with the counting areas since this was the first bird count conducted on the Merritt Island Refuge. But a variety of birds is not difficult to locate on this subtropical island. The manager of the Wildlife Refuge, Hal O'Connor, was on hand throughout the day to assist the Audubon members. O'Connor manages the refuge for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. A pair of bald eagles were sighted near their nest. Alan Cruickshank's team was aided by J.C. Bryant, assistant manager of the Refuge. Members of the Kennedy Space Center Patrol were also available throughout the day. They were especially helpful whenever the counting teams approached restricted or hazardous areas of the spaceport. The counting teams, gratified by the number of species sighted, anxiously returned to the Refuge headquarters building to compare notes and make the final tally for the day. C. Russell Mason and Hal O'Connor were the co-compilers for the Merritt Island Refuge count. With the tally completed, the results were announced. 151 species of birds had been sighted on this first bird count at the Refuge. A significant number of species, ranking the Merritt Island count among the top 30 in over 900 bird counts conducted on the North American continent. What about next year? Refuge manager Hal O'Connor predicted that the number of species sighted will increase on future counts as the members of the Audubon Society become more familiar with the terrain and waterways of the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge at Kennedy Space Center, Florida.